That's all right. See which one he wants. I got two. Just put it in your drawer.
Okay.
Put your name on it. Hear it. Don't do that.
Notice to the public, if you wish to address the council, please complete the public wishing to address the council form located either end of the counter and give it to either the chairman or the council clerk prior to the beginning of the meeting. All comments must be addressed to the council as a whole. Addressing individual council members or staff is not allowed. Speakers should be courteous in their choice of words, and actions and comments shall be limited to the issues and cannot involve individuals or staff-related matters. We would also like to have all cell phone and electronic devices used for communications to be silenced for the duration of the meeting. I will now call the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Governments Council meeting to order Wednesday, May 28, 2025. We will have an invocation by Mr. Danny Babby and the pledge.
Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessing and guidance as we are gathered here to address the matters at hand. We ask that you clearly show us how to conduct our work. Help us to work together and encourage us to challenge each other to reach higher and farther to be the best we can, keeping the good of Terrebonne Parish in mind. We ask this in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Alicia, could you give us a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Babin, Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr.
Here.
Borzan, Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, ma'am. First thing, approve the minutes of the special session condemnation hearing held on April 29, 2025. Moved by Mr. Amity. Second by Mr. Champagne. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. Seven zero. Motion passes. Approve the minutes of the regular council session held on April 30th, 2025. Moved by Mr. Amity. Second by Mr. Wazan. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. 7-0, motion passed. We have distributed the minutes for the regular council session on May 14, 2025. Now we have to approve the accounts payable list for 5/19/2025 and 5/27/2025. Moved by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members vote your machine. Motion passes 7-0. Approved manual checklist, April 2025. Moved by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Amity. Members vote your machine. Motion passes 7-0. General business, there is no submission of general business items. Item number 2, public wishing to address the council on the speaker cards. I have no speaker cards. Chair entertain motion to.
Item 3, committee reports.
A motion by Mr. Amity, second by Mr. Pleasure, that we go out of order to item number 3, committee reports. 3A, public service. Members vote your machine. I'm sorry. Motion passes 7-0. Okay. Committee reports. 3A, public service committee. Mr. Voisin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Public Service Committee held on Monday, May 27th, 2025, and I have no public hearings. Resolution, giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to, well, I'm just reading what's on, I'm so used to no.
Clyde's not here.
I apologize. I have one public hearing. Resolution giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the parish of Terrebonne so as to rezone R3 multifamily residential to C2 general commercial, 132 Armour Drive, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana, Terrebonne Children's Advocacy Center. Applicant and calling a public hearing on said matter for Wednesday, July 16, 2025 at 6:30 p.m.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Wise, second by Mr. Trustclair. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passes 7-0. 3A, Budget and Finance Committee, Mr. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Budget and Finance Committee held Monday on May 27, 2025, and I have 3 public hearings. Number 1, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend Section 2-23B of the Terrebonne Parish Code of Ordinance to increase authority of the Risk Management Department to settle risk claims without approval of legal counsel and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, June 11, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Item number 2, consider the introduction of an ordinance to adopt millage rates for tax year 2025 with no roll forward and calling for a public hearing on Wednesday, June 11, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Item number 3, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend the 2025 adopted operating budget and 5-year capital outlay budget of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items and to provide for related matters. Item number 1, Company Canal Miter Gate, negative $45,000. Item number 2, CDBG DR Bayou Cane Stormwater Berm and Retention Pond, $5,750,000. Item number 3, CDBG DR Garbage Collection Relocation, $20 million. Item number 4, CDBG DR Bayou Lafourche Pump Station Waterworks, $8.5 million. Item number 5, CDBG DR LMTCT School Relocation, Terrebonne Parish School District, $3 million, and calling a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, June 11, 2025 at 6:30 p.m.
A motion by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Babin. Also, Mr. Pleasure made mention that it was Monday, but it was Tuesday on the 27th. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passes 7-0. 3C, Policy, Procedure, and Legal Committee, Mr. Champagne.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I make a motion that the council accept and ratify the minutes of the Policy, Procedures, and Legal Committee held on May 27th, 2025, and I have no public hearings.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Champagne, second by Mr. Amity. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. Motion passes 7-0. There are no street lights, but then as per, yeah, there are no street lights. Item 5, appointments in various boards and committees and commissions. A, Terrebonne Parish Communication District Board, 1 vacancy. Due to resignation, Mr. Raymond E. McGuire submits application and resume for consideration.
Open, close, and appoint Mr. McGuire.
Move to motion, the open, close, and appoint Mr. McGuire by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Pleasure. Members, vote your machine. Congratulations to Mr. McGuire, 7-0. B, Downtown Development Corporation, 5 expiring terms, each representing the following entities: 2 representing the Parish Council, 1 representing the Parish Chamber of Commerce, 1 representing the Historical Society, and 1 representative downtown merchants. Mr. Randy P. Hawthorne submits application for a resume and consideration. Motion by Mr. Champagne to open, close, and appoint Mr. Hawthorne. Second by Mr. Amadi, and hold the other 4, if I'm correct. Any discussion? Members, vote your machine. It's 6-0. Mr. Hawthorne is he's here. Would you like to say something? Congratulations.
Just want to say thank you for your confidence in approving me, and look forward to serving.
Well, thank you. Item C, Recreation District 3A Board, District 3A Board, 3 vacancies due to resignation. 1, Mr. Justin Champagne submits the application and resume for consideration. Mr. Ralph Singleton Jr. submits application and resume for consideration.
Open, close, and appoint 2, hold the other one over, but Mr. Pledger would like a roll call vote.
Motion by Mr. Babin to open, close, and appoint, and second by Mr. Pledger.
Then open, close, and vote, and hold the other one over.
Okay.
Excuse me, I said appoint, open, close, and vote.
To the correction, to amendment to original attempt to make a motion by Mr. Babin that we're going to open, close, and vote on individuals that are here that's named Mr. Justin Champagne and Mr. Ralph Singleton Jr. and hold the other over. Okay.
Are we going to do them separately, or are we going to do them together?
We can do them separately.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Start off with Mr. Champagne.
Yeah, a roll call vote.
Mr. Babin,
Mr. Champagne?
Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair,
Wait. Yeah. No, it's up or down, yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, all right, then,
Mr. Yes or no vote.
so you on Mr. Champagne?
We on Mr. Champagne.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure,
Nay.
Mr. Harding,
Nay.
Mr. Voisin, Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner.
Mr. Champagne?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
7 yeas and 2 nays.
Well, we can take care of this. Next one, Mr. Ralph Singleton, yeah or nay? Ms. Alicia, could you
Mr.
actually?
Babin,
Yay.
Ms. Chauvin,
Yay.
Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure,
Yay.
Mr. Harding,
Yay.
Mr. Voisin, Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner, 9 yeas.
Is Mr. Champagne out there? All right. Mr. Singleton, would you like to say something?
Good evening. I just wanted to thank the council, and I look forward to working with the board and working with you all. Thank you.
Mr. Singleton, we're looking forward to your, all the skills that you bring. Leadership, athletic, all that. Good luck to you, man. All right.
Item 6, council member requesting discussion of appointment needed for recreational advisory committee. Ms. Chauvin.
Okay. Michelle, can you tell me, as far as the appointment goes, do we have to wait for the appointment from the council part of it? Can we move forward? Because this has been quite a long time coming, at this point.
Thank you. So the question was brought up to my attention this morning, and after researching the matter, I am of the opinion that you can proceed without a chairman in this issue, in this matter. The way that the ordinance is written, it says that we have the specific people who are all appointed to be members of the Recreation District Advisory Board. One of them is a council member. One of them is the Quality of Life Director. Secretary is appointed to be the manager of venues and destinations, and then we've got one person from each recreation district board who's going to sit as a member. And then the ordinance also provides that the board has to meet once a month. I don't think that it's necessary for the chair to call. If we don't have a chair, the vice chair steps into the role of the chair.
Okay.
So the vice chair, in my opinion, can call a meeting.
So-
They're going to have to do a lot of legwork to schedule it, to get the agenda up, and publish it. But there's an avenue to go forward with that.
Okay, and, so there's no clause prohibiting in the ordinance that is already there. I understand that there's some changes that want to be, that someone is wanting to make, and I get that, but we don't have to,
Yes, ma'am.
we don't have to push back more months. We can begin to,
You can begin the process. There is a draft amendment proposed to that ordinance. It hasn't been introduced in front of the council yet. I think that you can go forward with the meetings, and once, or if that ordinance gets put up in front of the council, they adopt that ordinance, then changes can be made to the board accordingly. But it was brought to my attention yesterday to research the matter about bringing the meeting forward without a chairperson, and yes, it's possible.
okay. So in that case, Parish President Bergeron, can we move forward with the Quality of Life Director to where he can begin calling the recreation directors so that they can at least begin the mandate that is in the ordinance?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's important that we get this moving forward because I know I've heard from a lot of people on the recreation side of things that feel like we're definitely missing something by not having these meetings. So we're on board to make sure that happens in any way possible.
So we can move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Amadee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Neal, if I remember right from the ordinance that we passed in September, I think on the 24th meeting, it says that the Quality of Life Director calls the meeting. So,
That's in the draft ordinance that I sent you, that I sent to the council, the draft today, right?
it's not in the original ordinance?
Don't believe it's in the original ordinance.
When I was gonna bring them and I decided not to. I would look at it later, but I'll
I
double
have it
check
with
that.
me.
But I agree with President Bergeron. I've been contacted by several of the board chairmen who felt that it was a good thing when they got together monthly because they can discuss projects and work together in getting things done. They can help one another with different issues. So I've been getting a couple of calls as well, wondering when we were going to kick this back off. So I'm in agreement with Ms. Chauvin that we get this thing moving and we can move forward with those changes anytime. So we'll wait for
I need
quick.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Or just 1 minute, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, Danny, I'm good. Let Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
Yeah,
Mr.
well, no,
Babbitt.
because I'm gonna actually ask her a question. I don't remember the total ordinance, but is there something in there that says that if there's non-participation from a board, what do we do?
If there is a board member who's going to be the chairman of the Recreation District Board, if that board member does not participate, then they are in danger of being kicked off of the Recreation Advisory Committee and off of
And
the
off their board.
Recreation District Board.
I thought I remembered it that way. I just wanted to hear it on camera, okay, that this is intended to help the recreation departments interchange ideas, interchange things that they can buy and maybe do them at a cheaper rate, whatever. This is not intended to hurt anybody, it's intended to help people. So we want the participation. So if a board, we let it be known right now, if they do not participate, they are in violation, if you will, and can be removed from that board as well as the rec board. Thank you.
Ms. Neal, are you still researching?
I have it up now. So the ordinance that we passed, or that the council passed in September last year, says that there is hereby created as part of the Quality of Life Department, the advisory committee. And it shall be composed of the parish president or his proxy, TPCG's venues and destinations administrator, the chairperson of each of the recreation districts, a council member to be appointed by the chairperson of our council, and the director of quality of life. It goes on to say that the recreation committee shall be chaired by the council member appointed by this council's chair, that the quality of life department director will serve as the vice chair, and that the venues and destinations administrator will serve as a secretary, that the advisory committee will meet monthly. And it does not say who calls the meeting. If you look at the proposal for the amendments to this ordinance, in underlined under section 2199, you'll see where it says the first meeting of the Recreation Advisory Board shall be noticed and called by the Quality of Life Director. So that's in the proposed amendment. Yes, sir.
So that's not
It's not in the ordinance today.
at the moment,
Correct.
so we don't have to rely on, let me turn my light back on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we don't have to rely on any particular person to call the meeting.
I would
think
say
as
that
the vice chair,
yes, that's exactly
would
what
be
I
the
was going to
person.
say. The vice chair should be the person because he acts as the chair in the absence of the chair.
thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Neal? Do you recall any adjustments that, in conversation that we actually had to try out while we were transitioning from one quality of life director to another quality of life director? And it was to our opinion and our discussion that we actually tried to make those adjustments according to as we come forth with the quality of life director. And the changes that we were going to make, and I considered making, were trying to implement certain situations in reference to whether we actually have people, whether they miss 3 consecutive meetings, whether they actually resign, or they are actually charged for certain penalties. Because my position that I approach you with is the fact that to give something extra to a council member, up here we were looking into that and we were trying to get that particular situation taken care of, is the fact that we have an opportunity to go to each and every recreation district that's there. And so at that time, me, was trying to look at revamping that to actually not obligate us and then allow us the opportunity to attend and have these recreation districts govern themselves instead of government having another hand in their business when they actually know more about what they need to do with individual recreation districts. That's the position I was in.
Yes, sir.
So it's unfortunate that I don't know when this, my memory strikes me, but we just recently, last month, got our new quality of life director.
Yes.
So anything that, any agreement and any understanding we have, we're waiting till he get acclimated. Now we can go forward. But then this meeting can happen at any given time.
Well, it's got to be scheduled with
Yeah.
all of the participants, right?
Right.
It's going to
Right.
be, it's going to take some legwork to get it off the ground, but
Right.
I think it can be done. So the discussions that you and I had were pertinent to the revisions to the ordinance, which is the draft that I circulated to everybody this morning because, well, this afternoon, because this item was on the agenda. And I did make some changes to that ordinance, and in particular, the changes will remove the fact that the council person who is appointed by the chair to serve on the advisory board will no longer be the chair of the advisory board committee, because you wanted to be able to appoint a council person, but not mandate that they serve as the chair. And you wanted the advisory board to be able to elect its own chair from amongst the advisory committee. So that is in the ordinance, that is in draft right now. There's also some changes that will do the same thing with the quality of life director. So the quality of life director, I think, would no longer be the vice chair. The vice chair will also be elected by the advisory committee in the draft that you and I worked on together. And we made some other changes to the ordinance. We pushed back some deadlines because we're well past the deadlines that occurred with the first ordinance. And you also wanted to put some provisions in here for automatic dismissals of recreation district board members for things such as, if they've been found guilty or pled guilty to the commission of a felony, if they've missed so many consecutive meetings within 1 year, things that will automatically get them removed as a board member so that they don't even have to come before the council. Those things you and I discussed are more appropriate to put in the manual instead of the ordinance itself, because there is a place in the manual to be able to fit those items. So, but the manual also, if we revise it, will have to be approved by ordinance as well, because it's got to come before the council for approval. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the point that we actually have, and I apologize for not being able to read the email because I was in a meeting this afternoon.
It's okay. I
Yeah.
apologize for sending it
Right,
this
so
afternoon.
I'm not aware of what was going on, so that I was sort of in the blind. That's it. That's the gist of it. So, Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Pleasure.
I guess if we're, Ms. Chauvin, you have anything else? Are you done? Okay, Ms. Neal, if we're done, so I guess just to kind of put all this together, Ms. Chauvin's discussion, so from here, do we go back to the ordinance and see what we can do to revamp that before we do that initial meeting, or do the initial meeting and we can work through the ordinance of revamping that? I suggest that we, during the meetings, if Mr. Harding has to appoint someone, he appoints someone, and then start the meetings, get with quality of life, start the meetings, do that, kind of get everybody familiarized with it. Then at that point, we could work through the ordinance if we have to do some
I
adjustments.
think that's a good plan. I think everybody's ready for the meetings to begin, so if we can get them started. And then in the meantime, I know that I've had some discussions with some of the council members who have their own ideas about the draft, and they like some of it, and they have some suggestions on changing some of it. And it's a good conversation to have, to be able to put some red lines on it and everybody get to circulate it.
All right, with that being said, we'll let our communications guy, Mr. Bergeron, communications guy, he'll be contacting Quality of Life to see if we get these meetings started.
Yeah, he's Mr. Domain is there.
Where's
yeah.
he at? Oh, I didn't even, I'm
He's back
sorry,
there.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hillary. I'm sorry, I didn't see you back. You heard it for yourself. But still, he's gonna talk to you.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody good? Okay. All right.
Motion to go back to 6:30 public hearing.
Moved by Mr. Amity, second by Ms. Chauvin, that we go back to 6:30 public hearing. Members vote your machine. Motion passed 8-0. A, an ordinance to amend the zoning map of Terrebonne Parish so that the rezone from R1 single-family resident to R2 two-family resident, 196 Peachtree Street, Homer, Louisiana. Judy Carter, applicant. First call, public. Second call, public. Third and final call, public.
Second.
Motion closed by Mr. Trustclass, second by Mr. Pleasure. Members vote your machine. Motion passed, 8-0.
Second.
Motion adopted, Mr. Trusclair, second by Mr. Pleasure. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passed, 8-0. B, an ordinance to amend Article 2, Section, Chapter 11 of Terrebonne Parish Code, Section 11-34, to provide an increase for disposal charges for additions of new clause in Articles 2, Chapter 11 of Terrebonne Parish Code, Section 11-34, and to provide disposal charges for recycling for firms, corporations, and other commercial entities, and provide for an annual increase in commercial disposal charges pursuant to the consumer price index. First call public, second call public, third and final call public. Motion closed, Mr. Babin. Second by Mr. Amadi. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passed, 8-0. Motion adopted by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Amadi. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passed, 7-0. Item C, an ordinance to amend the 2025 adopted operating budget of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items. FEMA flood mitigation, $452,025. LCLE, $127,350. Pollution control, $155,000. CDBDGDR, wastewater implementation, Village East, $2.5 million. CDBDGDR, boat launch, activate the Bayou Phase 1, $1.5 million. CDBGDR, Main Street improvement, $3 million. CDBGDR, housing and human services facilities, $2 million. CDBGDR, water quality and redundancy, East water line, $1.5 million. CDBDGDR, Bayou Terrebonne Pump Station, $10,547,426. First call, public. Second call, public. Third and final call, public. Motion closed, Mr. Champagne, second by Mr. Pleasure. And the members in the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passed, 7-0. Motion to adopt, Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Champagne. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passes, 7-0. D, an ordinance to amend the parish code of ordinance to establish a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit zone along the entire length of Hebert Street to provide the installation of said signs and to provide for other matters relative thereto. First call public, second call public, third and final call public. Motion closed by Mr. Champagne, second by Mr. Amadi. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passes 6-0. Motion adopted, Mr. Champagne, second by Mr. Amadi. In the discussion, members vote your machine. 8-0. Motion passes. E, an ordinance to amend the parish code of ordinance to establish a four-way stop sign at the intersection of Church Street and Magnolia Street to provide for the installation of said sign and provide for other matters relative thereto. First call public, second call public, third and final call public. Motion closed by Mr. Pleasure, second by Mr. Amadi. Mr. Babin. In the discussion, members vote your machine. 8-0, motion passes. Motion to adopt, Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Pleasure. In the discussion, members vote your machine. Motion passes, 8-0. Where discussion quality live. Ms. Chauvin. We have to go back in order. Now we're on 7. Vacancies in various boards, commissions, and committees and commissions. Recreation District number 5 board, 1 expiring term. Recreation District 3A board, 1 vacancy due to resignation. Fire District number 5 board, 1 expiring term. Fire Protection District number 9 board, 1 vacancy due to resignation. Recreation District number 9 board, 1 expiring term. 6/12/25. Coastal Fire Protection District Board, 1 expiring term. Downtown Development Corporation, 4 expiring terms, each representing the following entities: 1 representing the council, 1 representing the Chamber of Commerce, 1 representing the Historical Society, and 1 representing the downtown merchants. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Look, just kind of a point I want to bring up. I'm not sure. We appointed Mr. Randy Hawthorne, and in the format, it appears that he will be representing the downtown merchants, but we're showing another vacancy for downtown merchants. So on the open terms, I just don't know if he should be on another one, but the way in the format, it looks like he would have been for the downtown merchants.
Okay.
He'll be representing the council. He told me he spoke to Mr. Champagne about applying for the board. He's not a downtown merchant anymore. So
Okay,
he'll be
well, like I
representing
said,
the council.
I just saw it was still open again, and the way it was behind downtown merchants had me messed up. I don't think that's not much to do that, though. Thank you.
Okay, this discombobulation has occurred, but then we are Consolidated Waterworks District number 1 board, 2 expiring terms on 06/24/25. 8 monthly reports, T. Baker Smith, as per announcement, Mr. Parish President. Vote. I'm sorry. Engineering vote. Motion passed. Second. Motion passes 8-0. Announcement, Parish President. No announcements. Council members, any council members making any announcements?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned, Mr. Babbitt.
Wait, I just had one.
Oh, okay, Mr. Babbitt.
Yeah, I would like to wish my wife this Friday a happy 55th wedding anniversary, okay? Never a crossword, always yes ma'am and no ma'am, okay? Thank you.
Send them my
It's been motioned by Mr. Pleasure, second by Ms. Chauvin, that we're adjourned. Members, vote your machine. I'm going to vote here. It is unanimous.
It's not.
It's not.